Imagine shelling out a whopping $90 million for just 15 gains from your star quarterback. Talk about a financial roller coaster that's got NFL fans buzzing. That's the wild reality facing the Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins, and it's a story that reveals the high-stakes gamble of quarterback decisions in professional football. Let's break this down step by step, because quarterback contracts can feel like a maze of numbers for newcomers to the sport. Last season, Cousins pocketed an impressive $62.5 million while starting 14 games for the Falcons. Fast forward to this year, and he's set to earn another $27.5 million, but only if everything clicks and the team's favored quarterback stays healthy, which might mean just a single start on his ledger. And here's the kicker. This could very well mark the end of Cousins' chapter in Atlanta. The Falcons chose not to let Cousins go right after they named Michael Penix Jr. as the starter for 2025. Why? They were holding out hope for a trade that would bring back some real value in return for the remaining portion of his massive 4-year, $180 million deal. Even with a $10 million roster bonus becoming fully locked in for 2026, they stuck with him, betting on that potential swap. But here's where it gets controversial. No trade ever came even remotely close to happening. Now, the team faces a tough call. Do they release him before the 5th day of the 2026 league year, right when that $10 million bonus kicks in? For those new to NFL economics, offset is a key term here. It means if they cut him early, any new salary he earns elsewhere could reduce what the Falcons owe him. There's a silver lining possibility amid the upcoming frenzy of quarterback moves. Another team might offer Cousins more than $10 million for the following season, capping the Falcons' total payout at $90 million and easing the drain on owner Arthur Blank's wallet. No matter how it shakes out, Cousins walks away with $90 million for those 15 games. That's a staggering $6 million per appearance. It really underscores why many see him as the ultimate quarterback turned savvy businessman in NFL lore, turning his on-field presence into pure financial gold. And this is the part most people miss. His deal structure has shielded him from the risks that sink lesser players. If the Falcons opt for a post-June 1st cut, a designation that spreads out the financial hit, they'll still face $12.5 million in salary cap charges spread across 2026 and 2027. Skip that and just cut him outright. The entire $25 million slams into next year's cap. Or, if they decide to retain him as Penix's backup, he'd rake in a full $45 million next season, ballooning his 3-year earnings with the team to $135 million. That's a lot of money tied up in one position. Moving on from Cousins means the Falcons have sunk $90 million into him, with, frankly, a pretty underwhelming return on that investment. At its peak upside, the whole saga allowed them to hang back at the number 8 spot in the 2024 NFL Draft, without anyone panicking and jumping ahead to snag a quarterback. Back then, no one seriously expected Atlanta to draft Penix or any other QB available there, so teams didn't bother leapfrogging them higher in the order. For context, think of it like a high-stakes poker bluff. They bluffed their way to securing their guy without a bidding war. Yet, is that really worth the enormous cost? It's a huge investment just to guarantee Penix was on the board, and it ramps up the spotlight on the young quarterback big time. So far, Penix is sitting at 3-4 as a starter in 2025 and 4-6 overall. A record that shows promise but also plenty of room for growth. The pressure is on to turn things around, especially when you consider how rare it is for rookie QBs to hit the ground running without bumps. In essence, Atlanta pulled off a pair of lightning-quick, gutsy maneuvers at the quarterback position. The initial one, a total flop. If the follow-up with Penix doesn't at least balance the scales, and soon, expect another round of sweeping changes in the Falcons' front office and coaching staff. Boldly put, was trading away stability for potential upside a genius stroke or a reckless blunder? Some fans hail it as visionary. Others call it a disaster waiting to unfold. So what do you think, Falcons faithful and NFL enthusiasts? Is Kirk Cousins the shrewdest dealmaker in the league? Or has this whole quarterback carousel just exposed deeper issues in Atlanta? Should Arthur Blank pull the plug now or give Penix more time to prove his worth? Drop your takes in the comments. Let's debate if these moves will pay off or lead to regret.